Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. It's Maggie from Moondirected. Welcome to my channel where we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it. I want to, before I forget, tell you that I am running a contest again to give away a free reading. You just need to comment on any of the August videos. Every video that you comment on constitutes an entry into the drawing. I really enjoyed doing that a couple months ago. So, how is the energy of that new moon treating you? You still have time. If you have not done your new moon intentions and you are viewing this on like the first, the second, even maybe the third, is like the energy is really strong and it's set up. Oh my gosh, it is so set up to help manifest and bring in such amazing things. So utilize it. What is it that you want? What are you dreaming of? What are you hoping of? Because that new moon happened in your 12th house. And there is a video on it, so be sure to check that out. So let's find out what's going on this month. I mean, this 2 weeks. Ooh, that's interesting. Anything else? All right. So for you, this is happening in your, this week starts out in your second house of your, what do you value? Your self-esteem, self-worth, finances. Really good opportunity with that new moon to really lay some groundwork, some hopes, some goals and dreams on finances for you. And it culminates with that full moon happening in your 7th house of partnership. No, that's not right. In your 6th house of work-life balance. Don't listen. Listen, but. All right, so. First card that came out was this meditative resting card, this 4 of Swords, this getting out in nature. Oh, yeah, you need to get out in nature, Virgo. Be so good for you. So if you can get away and go camping, even better. But you need to get out in nature. You are wrapping up a cycle here, right? And you're in your 12th house, and it's kind of like you're kind of exhausted, but also Spirit's trying to speak to you through dreams and meditation. So make sure you're keeping a dream journal. Make sure that you are doing these activities that help you to sort things out, because it looks like there's a little decision making going on. We have here the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is all about, here's my choices. Which one should I take? Which one should I do? What's the advantage of this one? What's the disadvantages? Where's the opportunities? How do things lie? Let me see if I can just tilt that a little more so we can get more in. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. This is about financial security, feeling independently wealthy, also feeling like you have everything you need. So does that matter really if you're coupled or not? It's the feeling safe and financially secure. And it's also like the business person's card sort of to me, although it really doesn't look like it in this video. I mean in this depiction of it. So King of Cups. Now, Earth signs often are coupled up with water signs. And so this would be, could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces individual in your life who is emotionally stable, who's nurturing, who is giving and kind and loving. This could be an actual person, or this could be a desire to feel that way in general. But we have a cycle, a major cycle. This is the conclusion. The World card is the end of a major cycle and the preparation for the beginning of the cycle. And this one is the hands of fate are all over it. They're stitching together the tapestry of your life. Yes, you co-create with Spirit, but whatever is going on here. So this full moon that happened in Capricorn, which for you, oh my goodness, would have been in your 9th house of spirituality, of and this right now, this new moon's happening in your finance, no, in spirituality and balance. Okay, so you have a lot of things happening here. So cycle opportunity, and maybe this meditation one that came out and seemed to have the most interest in showing itself is about you need to meditate and get information from Spirit so that you know like what your next steps are, or maybe you just need a break and you need a rest. But I would keep a dream journal if I were you. I feel like information is coming. So we begin on the 5th, Monday the 5th, with that moon in Libra, and that's about an idea that needs a little bit of adaptability, which is great. No problem for you to adapt and change it. This, remember, has to do with self-value, self-esteem, self-worth, or finances. So something that you've been contemplating, that you're really thinking about, like, okay, the pros and the cons of it. And what should you do? And you have rising above. I only see beauty and grace. So a situation that has required a change, which was not what you wanted. You're emerging into grace. There you are again, sleeping, resting. I think you're exhausted. I think there's some kind of an adaptability that needs to be, something that needs to be changed, something that needs adapting, something that has left you feeling like, this is going to take a little more energy than I thought, but I can rise above it. I can do it. I can manage this, and you can. But don't push yourself. Don't run yourself into the ground. On a very practical level, you need to be getting enough sleep, enough rest. You need to be trying to eat a little lighter, I think, and drinking plenty of water, and maybe not eating too late at night so that you're sleeping better. I think you will find these things will benefit you in this time frame. Leo August, in particular, it's warmer if you're in the northern hemisphere, and it's your 12th house, and so I feel like napping is like a thing you want to do. You should do it because you have a choice and a decision coming up. It's coming up this week, so being rested when you make this decision is a really good idea. You know, soulmate relationship, new romance with spiritual basis is here for you now. All right, so it says new romance, but honestly, I'm feeling like it could be a current relationship. I also have contemplation time. Yeah. It could be a current relationship that's entering a new cycle, or it could actually be a new relationship coming in. And so if you have ended a relationship and you need to rest and get yourself together before you move into the next cycle, I highly recommend that you take the time to get to know who you are, that you get to feel like yourself, that you feel good before you start running into another one. Because the higher vibration that you are, higher vibrational level you're at, the more healed you are, the more likely you are to attract in, we always attract in relationships that are of equal vibrational level. So if you want to have a higher vibrational relationship, you need to do the work to be ready for one. Take care of yourself. So contemplation time, resting time, maybe a little independence is not a bad thing. And maybe what you really want is this King of Cups. Maybe you really want him to come in. But in order to get ready for him, you need to, you know, rest up and get ready. Make sure you're comfortable with who you are. So, all right, I just noticed it said over there, so you have a choice. So this relationship situation coming in, you have a choice and a decision to make about it. And I think that taking, asking it to move a little slower might not be a bad thing. Okay. And then we have this individuality card when the moon moves into Sagittarius. That really looks like this Nine of Pentacles energy where you're kind of on your own. You know, competition falls away. You've completed a project. Things are bittersweet. So it could be a work thing. Could be. And the group activity is over. And so now you just kind of try to catch up. Could be a relationship. Could be a situation within a relationship, which does not mean the relationship is over. But like there's been some tension and now there's peace and calm. And you just need a little time to regroup. You have the goddess Tiamat. You are stronger than you think. Yeah. Timeout is what you need. Take some time, rest and relax. Rise above it, sure, but you are emerging into grace. Soulmate energy. Okay, let's talk about soulmates for a minute. Soulmates are souls that we have agreed to incarnate with, that are here to help us learn things, or we're here to help teach them things. And learning and teaching and everything is not always an enjoyable experience. Sometimes it's kind of rough. And so the soulmate energy here could be that you know, you're coming out of a rough patch where you were learning some hard lessons and you just need time to assimilate the lessons. You need a little break. You have the novice. This is so interesting because where don't. Okay, so that's a new beginning. And you have disruption, which says it's like an ending in order to have a new beginning. And I know you want to jump in and start fixing your life. But taking that break, taking that pause is so much more important. Maybe there are aspects of it that need to be reorganized, but you have a new beginning that's coming. But right now, you need to wrap things up and conclude some things. And I think this full moon really helps you do it. This full moon is about helping you to release yourself from a negative situation if you really want to. So this is an opportunity. You don't have to take it, but it's an opportunity. And so maybe all the resting and the relaxing and the thinking about it, maybe you're like, well, we can just fix something by doing this. Then sure, if you really think so. I'm not going to tell you no. I'm not going to label it codependent. But you need to ask yourself those questions. But I don't see anything here that says codependent. I see someone who's willing to be strong enough to stand up for themselves. You are stronger than you think. Yeah, fearless. Above you, the lantern dance. This is opportunity coming in. It's an opportunity to feel the joy. I think things have been difficult, but opportunities are coming in to lift your spirits, to help you feel better, to find that joy. And you have be led by the path before you. This is really listening to your intuition. What feels right? Don't try to force that square peg into the round hole. You know what? Look at that. There's like a path there. Be led by the path before you. The hand of fate is all over it. So if you feel called to do a certain thing, to head down a new path, a new road you've never been on before, the novice, take the risk. You are stronger than you think. Have the courage. Have the courage. And it could be that that's where you meet the soulmate or the next soulmate, the better situation. It could be business, it could be home, but it feels more along the lines of a relationship of the intimate nature. So, you have freedom, independence, and self-determination. Independence and self-determination. Farewell to the moon. Appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. So, not being afraid of endings, because after the full moon comes the new beginning. But in between, there is a period of recalibration that happens. So, work with the cycles of the moon and don't fear them. You have transparency, honesty, authenticity, and genuine and being present. So don't dwell too much in the past. Don't look too far to the future. Be where you are and be authentically who you are. Speak your truth. Be willing to share with the world who you truly are. And that's how you will attract in the right person to you. If you pretend to be something you're not, you're going to get something you don't want. And then the magic of, the Helen Durth, I don't know, caution, secrecy, and wariness. You might not know. You're waiting for some results. You're being cautious because you're not sure where it's all going to go. And then you have dreams. Of course you have dreams. You have dreams. 12th house activity is big right now, right? We have the meditation card, meditation, contemplation, emerging into graces. The stream is this vivid dreaming, dream messages, and divine. I'm sorry, that's not what that says. And dream teaching. Ooh. So paying attention, keeping a dream journal, writing down, looking up dream meaning of whatever thing that sticks out in your mind that you remember. Really, like, pay attention to how you feel when you wake up from your dream, and then the details that you can remember. And the sooner you write it down after you wake up, the more stuff you'll remember. And the more often you practice doing that, the more things you'll remember. And so it's really it's a great way to meditate on what you, when you start writing. It's almost like channeling sometimes. But if you're trying to collect up your dreams and you're trying to figure out what you remember about them and then start channeling about how it all makes you feel, you're really getting some stuff done. So you have Unikite. I always like to see this one. My emotions are balanced. I react to others in an objective and loving way. There's Virgo for you, right? But it's actually feeling balanced inside, not just reacting in a balanced way, but actually feeling it. And then we have Copyright. I am healthy and strong thanks to physical movement and exercise outdoors. A little camping time might be really good for you. You know, and do a little hiking. Get out there in nature. If you can't do that, at least go for a walk. And then you have Blue Lace Agate. It is easy for me to express myself. I am understood. I hear what others are communicating. Well, good news, that new moon on the 31st of August, Mercury went direct. Woohoo! And gets out of the shadow by August 15th. So yes, communication lines should be opening up, but being authentically you, speaking your truth, that's going to go a long way no matter what Mercury is doing, right? Retrograde or not. You being honest and authentically you is the best option for success. So get out and walk. Pick a positive attitude. And communicate your truth to yourself. You can do it through journaling and then to others. And morning affirmations. You can do this. You got it. All right. We'll talk soon.